2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At shooting, Miles Smart. At power forward, Jason Tatum. At the other forward position, Gordon Hayward. At center, Al Horford. At the other guard position, Kyrie Irving. The head coach of the visiting team is Brad Stevens.
Let's meet your Oklahoma City Thunder starting lineup. Starting at power forward, at 6'9" inches, number 54, Patrick Patterson. At shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 21, Andre Roberson. At center, 7 feet, number 12, Steve Adams. The other forward position, at 6'9" inches, number 13, Paul George. And at guard, 6'3" from UCLA, number 0. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We've got the Boston Celtics facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. The big story is the return of Russell Westbrook, Clark, from being injured.
Well, I mean, that was a short leave of absence, and now that they have him back in the fold, we'll see if he can pick up right where he had left off.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. We've got Tatum. Smart is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Hayward, and it's Horford in at the 5.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
That free throw, no good. And for Westbrook, winning the MVP and averaging a triple-double for an entire season. Greg, how much does he have left to prove?
Well, it's all about winning. We know Russ can take over a game. We know he can make his teammates better. How much better and how far they get in the playoffs, that's the real question.
And he sinks the second. Irving with it. Kicks to Horford. Tatum passes to Hayward. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's the second foul. And now they might really go after him. Try to get a third foul and force him to sit on the bench.
Aaron Baines is checked in for Al Horford. Here's Oklahoma City. Outside Westbrook. Over Irving, and it's sent back by Irving. Here's Tatum. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my day.
For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Kings. Westbrook against Irving. From the baseline. It's not going to go for him. And it's Boston the other way. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
I don't know, Greg, but what I do know is that we're looking at a possible finals matchup. These are two of the league's most dangerous teams, there's no doubt. Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Puts up a three, sinks the three-pointer.
His three-point shot does not let him down. One of the many ways Irving affects the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They set the pick. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Smart.
Oh, fruitful possession. Just doing what they can to extend the lead.
And that's what you have to do. Stay in the moment. Keep grinding.
Here's Roberson. And the officials call a traveling violation. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Now here's Irving. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Orlando.
Don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's George. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's Tatum. He had 16 points in the win against Orlando.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
That's his first personal foul.
Here is Hayward. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. Irving kicks to Baines. Clock at 6. Pass to Irving. Cans it from downtown. Irving's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Boston.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions. And so far, it's paid off handsomely.
Wasted no time on that one.
I mean, a very skilled finisher inside. Even with defenders close, he'll find a way to score.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Thunder trailing by 9. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Over Irving. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And Russell Westbrook. He is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation.
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pro.
Patterson, that's good.
And that's a look they always want him to take, because if he's got the space, he's got the green light.
Irving kicks to Baines. Tatum with it, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Pass to Irving. Irving picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. He'll give it up.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 22 points per game last season, just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
Westbrook with the bucket.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
And it's Irving missing.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and D is ready for it.
And here's George for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Here's Baines. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the paint. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Tatum.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Under trailing by 7. Screen by Adams. To the inside. And Adams with the slam.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here's Tatum. To the inside. Smart. A second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. Smart's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Brad Stevens and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying, "They've done everything I've asked. They put in the extra work in practice, trying to turn their weaknesses into strengths. That's showing up in the win column. As a coach, Kevin, that's probably the best you can ask for." Back to you.
Thank you, David. And here's Smart after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Inside. And it's Irving missing.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
Here's George. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Irving passes to Baines. Tatum kicks to Hayward. Tatum with a screen on George. Hayward can't hit.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
The feed now to George. Down low, the kick out to Westbrook. Screen by Adams. In the corner, it's Patterson. Adams trying to free himself up. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
So a moment now to see the story on Kyrie Irving. Great showing for him last season. 7th in free throw percentage. And of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Aaron Baines. Marcus Morris comes in for Gordon Hayward. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The Thunder went into free agency with a lot of question marks, but ended having a big summer.
Able to retain Paul George, and that was the first and largest key. Getting a player like Noel for cheap was also a big help for this group. The Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now as dangerous as ever.
Here's Rozier after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Morris right side. It's hauled in by George. On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 15-6 run. Offensive rebound. Felton dishes to George. Schroeder kicks to Noel. Another shot. And Boston with the rebound. On the wing, Morris. Defended by George. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between three-point shots and two-point shots for the Celtics.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That doesn't go either for Schroeder. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Tice. That one wide left. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And it's blocked.
The long arm of the law. Tatum prohibiting that shot from ever having a chance.
Schroeder against Rozier. 5 to shoot. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
Hasn't been his best this quarter.
Right wing. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Morris kicks to Brown. Back to Morris. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. Paul George with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
Throw good, Paul George. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
He hits both from the stripe.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Rozier, the pass to Tice. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Thunder in 4th.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Brown against Felton. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter of the game. 17-foot shot on the way. Connects, the jumper drops. And that ties it up. Boston's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Rozier kicks to Tatum. Here's the screen. On the wing, Morris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Grant outside. From deep, George. No good. And the Celtics going the other way now. Here's Morris. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there from George. Thunder trailing by 3. Grant gets a wide open look. Good on the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Morris with a screen on Schroeder. Rozier against Schroeder. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Morris. Again the miss by Morris. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. The Celtics have shown their toughness and their determination. Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his own teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are. And when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
And the Celtics have assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. Really no better group for Irving to surround himself with.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They balled out to an early lead.
On the floor for Boston, Rozier and Brown in the backcourt. Marcus Morris is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Horford in at the center. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
You know, and last year the Celtics became real. Even in defeat to a superior team, I mean, they found a winning formula and accelerated their timeline.
Schroeder hits them both. And with the Celtics' advancement to the Eastern Conference Finals, you know, Chris, it's amazing. They were actually the Game 7 favorites against a LeBron-led squad.
Well, yeah, the Celtics had existed in theory more than in reality. I mean, so young and inexperienced, but not by the end of the season. I mean, what a juggernaut they could become.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
But he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Tatum. Schroeder kicks to Grant. To the middle. Here's Noel, and it's sent back by Horford.
Wow, the rim protection by Horford. I mean, Al Horford standing 6'10", always played bigger.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone.
I really like the hustle of Morris. He does a terrific job crowding the shooters.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Devin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And a season ago, only converting at about a 72% clip from the line.
George, no good on the free throw. Well, in recent years, C-Web, players have flirted with quadruple doubles, but they're just so elusive. I mean, you've got to do a lot to get those kind of numbers.
But think about it. Embiid and Westbrook have both come close. Or Westbrook comes close to anything with a double at the end of it. And Draymond Green, he missed once on points. So, you know, it's so hard to do. I just remember that Akeem the Dream Olajuwon did it. But you think about it. You're exerting so much energy, communication, and passion in that game. That's why it's so tough to do. And by the way, players are really good. So how are you going to get those 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 blocks?
Right, yeah.
Or whatever else you can get along with points. But, yeah, so elusive. Yeah.
Outside Tatum. Back to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And you see Tatum using that insane reach on the catch. I mean, he can go get it.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Almost, but it rolls out. The Celtics have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation. But he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And Chris, a unique aspect of Horford's game, he's the rare big who can repeatedly initiate the offense.
Oh, yeah, he's a good ball handler, has great vision. You see him making the right decision time and time again. He's the consummate team player.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Patterson comes in for Grant. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for George. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Raymond Felton. Adams dishes to Patterson. Will it go? A rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Morris with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And he's good on the 3-ball. Now it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Westbrook missing. Morris into the lane. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Patterson, rebounded by the Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Smart passes to Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And that matchup against the Hornets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Well, it all starts with ball movement. When your percentage is that low, you know you're not moving it well enough. You're not getting your guys open shots.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. And Adams kicks it over to Schroeder. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is playing the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense, was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
Schroeder hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Irving against Westbrook. Irving kicks to Horford. Now here's Smart, guarded close. Shot on the wing. Here's Baines. Irving against Westbrook. On its way from Hayward for two. And he knocks down the jumper. Hayward's got 7. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
And here is Irving. Patrick Patterson getting it to go from deep moments ago. Irving kicks to Horford. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
They've been doing a lot of things right in this game, but something they have to improve on is their ball security.
Thunder trailing by 3. Adams with the screen on Smart. Here's Schroeder. Got a piece of it.
Unbelievable rejection from Smart there. Really using his insane vertical to send that one back.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Westbrook against Irving. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Here's Horford. The shot, no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Schroeder against Smart. And it's Schroeder missing.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Kept alive. Smart. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
And a chance to check out the stats for Horford. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 13 points per, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Adams. No good off the back of the rim.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
In the corner, Irving with it. The 3. It's hauled in by Adams.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Hayward outside from downtown. And Roberson pulls it down. Under trailing by 4. Shoots from 12. Good D by Irving. Hayward outside. He kicks it to Smart. Shoots over Schroeder. Busted. No good that time either. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. That one falls.
Of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lane and takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked.
Here's Smart after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Smart. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Schroeder passes to Adams. The shot that time not on target.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop steal, though. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Irving against Westbrook with the putback, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip.
Irving against Westbrook. Irving kicks to Hayward. Pass to Horford. It's deflected. They recover it. Thunder trailing by 3. Lots of room. And that one goes long. Outside Irving. There's the pass to Horford. Picked by Horford. Here's Baines. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And with the Celtics moving on offense last year, Chris, it was a surprise that they finished in the bottom 10 in field goal shooting.
Well, they lost a couple premier shots. You know, there's movement with the purpose. Sometimes that's where the Celtics, they were lacking.
And the Thunder making a change here. George is checked in, and a change for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Aaron Baines. Pass to Roberson. Westbrook wide open. He fires. And it's all evened up. Westbrook's got 7.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 7. Buries it from 3-point range.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Irving against Westbrook. And that one drops. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Hayward on the wing. They get a hand on it. Stolen by George. Here's Roberson. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Celtics shooting around 41% on the night. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Second is Paul George, and of course Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
And he knocks down the first one. For the Thunder, Noel's checked in for Adams. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Felton in for Andre Robertson. And then for Boston, Tatum, he's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Marcus Smart. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And he makes both free throws. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the second quarter. Westbrook against Rozier. Baseline J on the way. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. Stolen by George. Here's Grant. The rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hayward. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, this field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
Westbrook against Rozier. Right side Westbrook. Over Rozier. Got it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Westbrook.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Here's Tice. No good on that one. And the Thunder going the other way now. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. They get the rebound.
Still looking for his first points of the quarter. He's not doing anything to help them cut into the lead.
Marcus Morris.
Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And here is Felton. Pass to Westbrook. Over Rozier. The Thunder with another miss.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Boston on top, leading by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
To come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they were consistent from downtown. The playmakers found open shooters, and the shooters delivered and knocked down shots on a high level. In some ways, it came down to confidence. We'll see if they have that same swagger in the second half.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Yeah, I'm surprised the defense didn't do a better job of adjusting. Extending out on him a little bit.
Boston leading by 3. Patterson is the 4 with Adams in the middle. Westbrook and Robertson the backcourt. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Here's Tatum, and it's sent back by George. And Hayward gets it to go. Oklahoma City shooting just 31% in the game. Westbrook kicks to Robertson. Hayward against George. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
A rare block shot by Gordon Hayward. He has the instincts to do more of this, but neither the suddenness nor the strength.
Now here's Horford. Passes it to Hayward. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
Really working on the technique defensively. Tatum showing good fundamentals, good discipline.
And a wide open look for Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Irving's got 17 now.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Thunder trailing by 6. To the middle. And that one's good. Westbrook. He's got 13.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Irving passes to Tatum. Horford with the screen on Patterson. Irving for three. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
Screen by Adams. Here's George, and there's another one for the Thunder.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Now here's Tatum. 8 points for him. And on the way from Irving for three.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Westbrook. Rebounded by Smart. Smart's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Three-pointer, Hayward. That shot off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's Roberson, guarded by Smart. Here's Westbrook. That one, no good. Good D by Irving. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside, Tatum kicks it to Horford. Three-pointer, Hayward. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists in the game. Westbrook passes to George. From deep. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut back down again to 5. The basket that time coming from Russell Westbrook.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. C-Web, there are guys that bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or a play or whatever. Every night they bring it out. Great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game. The Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls, LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing it.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Smart. Down low. Stolen by George. Drive by Adams. Smart trying to break free. Adams' shot is off. Celtics leading by 5. A shot by Hayward. Wide open. Here's Tatum. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Tatum's got 10.
The anticipation, the length. Tatum maximizes the opportunity on both ends.
Now Westbrook. 16 points for him.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
Here's Tatum. Westbrook pulls it in. Oklahoma City has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Here's Horford, and oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And he gets it back, and they get it back. And it's Horford with the extra effort. And now a 9-point Celtic lead. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Schroeder kicks to Westbrook. Over Irving. The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Tatum against Patterson. Horford with the screen on Patterson. In the corner, it's Hayward. And again, Boston with the triple.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also.
And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Here's Westbrook. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Irving.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Noel's checked in for Patterson. And then for Boston, Marcus Morris is checked in for Jason Tatum. Brown comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Horford. He has 7. Using the screen, Morris.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. He's just not connecting.
Rozier kicks to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And see, well, what a force Terry Rozier has become. Finally got that chance to play last year and made the most of it.
Oh, well, look, we all knew he had the athleticism, but what we didn't know is how he reacted to a ton of minutes being played. And obviously, he stepped up. Players respect him. He's a guy you want on your side.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Grant, he's checked in for Adams. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Brown. And Grant sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. There's a good screen. And George kicks to Grant. Over Morris. No good from Grant.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
One of those guys who seems to improve his game every season. Hayward showing us great consistency from range.
Now look at this. When he first came into the league, he was more of a slasher, a mid-range shooter. But through sheer repetition, hard work, getting it in the gym, and some adjustments to his shooting motion, the outside shot has become one of his greatest weapons.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Hayward. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
Now, here's Felton. Back to Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen by Noel. Noel, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Rozier against Schroeder. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Celtics making a switch here. Horford's checked in.
Substitution for the Celtics. Al Horford.
Morris outside. Rozier with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And George kicks to Felton. The pass to George. Clock at 6. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now, here's Rozier. Picked by Horford. Pass to Rozier. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Westbrook.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh, the fearlessness by Rozier. That's what helps him earn the trip to the stripe.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Thunder trailing by 13. Schroeder kicks to George. Back to Schroeder. Felton against Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Noel. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Noel's got his second bucket.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Rozier the pass to Horford. Over in the corner, Brown. Horford sets a screen for Brown. Back to Horford. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Noel kicks to George. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get caught for it.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Brown. He has 5. There's 1:40 left in the third. Knocks down the 3 ball. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
George against Hayward. Here's Robertson. Shoots over Brown. Robertson can't hit. Celtics leading by 14. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Oklahoma City's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Noel dishes to George. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 19 points.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now here's Horford. He's got 9. A baseline J. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. George has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Launches it. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
And here is Rozier. Pass to Hayward. Excellent D there from George.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
And so it's Boston going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. Kyrie Irving is out there with Rozier, and it's Brown in at the small forward. Now, here is George. Schroeder with a screen on Brown. George passes to Noel, and it's sent back by Horford. And he gets it back, and he recovers it. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Noel. Brown with a screen on Schroeder. There's the lob to Brown. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Schroeder kicks to Noel. Pass to Roberson. Horford against Adams. That one falls. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Picked by Horford. Irving passes to Brown. Now Horford. Shoots over Adams. Here's Rozier. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against the Pacers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
The first free throw is good, and the Thunder making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And George kicks to Adams. And stolen by Noel. And he could not get them one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, easy call.
Two shots.
That's good from Noel. Smart's checked in for Terry Rozier. Both free throws good from Noel. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Irving dishes to Brown. Knocked away. Paul George with the steal. And it's George finishing it off.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash, finishes before the D can even react.
Now here's Irving. Morris with a screen on Westbrook. Irving kicks to Tatum. Morris a screen. Lock at 6. Jumper off the screen. Tatum's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Irving against Westbrook. The kick out to Brown. And the three off target. Here's Oklahoma City now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Irving with the steal. Here's Morris. Off the left rim and out.
This has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Now the pass to Westbrook. Over Irving. Here's Noel. They get the rebound to tie it up. Adams' shot is off. The Celtics have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Bucket is good, and it's 7 points for Marcus Morris.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective. Love seeing him getting it going from there.
There's a screen by Noel to the paint, and Noel throws it down. That gives him the double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
They almost left it until too late. But now it's anybody's game.
Now here's Smart. Back to Brown. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And that's 11 points for Jaylen Brown.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
There's a screen by Noel. George against Brown. And George, here we go, hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
In the corner, Tatum with it. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And Adams kicks to George. Screen by Adams. Over Morris. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Adams has got 4 points in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Outside, Smart. And Irving launches it from deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Stacks on stacks on stacks. They're looking to stack up some points. They've gotten into a nice groove from out there.
Now, here's Adams. There's the dish to George. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Irving passes to Brown. Smart on the wing. Morris a screen. Irving for three. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his third assist on the night.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Screen by Adams. Noel a screen on Irving. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Rebound, Boston. At one point, they led by 16. Tatum kicks to Irving. Westbrook with the block. Here's Morris. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Time now for an injury report. And let's get an update on Al Horford's injury. David, any news?
Hey, guys, the Celtics head athletic trainer gave me an update. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Thunder trailing by 7. Adams, the pass to Noel. Westbrook, that one's not going to go. Some solid defense there from Irving. Tatum kicks to Smart. Westbrook against Irving. Here's Tatum. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Tatum's got 5 points now this quarter.
You love the confidence of Tatum. He'll rise and fire, even with the defender glued to him.
Screen by Adams. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 4 assists in the game.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
Now, here is George. Screen by Adams. Down low. And Adams with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
One shot.
Boston leading by 6. Horford with a screen on Westbrook. Irving passes to Horford. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 7th assist in the game.
Excellent job by Horford to shoot that as soon as he caught it. Just outstanding and giving the D no time to react.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, of course, the Celtics traded back from number 1 to number 3 to draft Tatum in terms of readiness and absolute steal.
And so he makes both from the line. C-Webb, what a rookie year it was for Tatum. Never hit a wall. He only got better as time went on.
I remember doing his games in college. I mean, it was the same thing that happened then. Second half of the season was stronger than the first. He has a maturity beyond his years, both mentally and physically.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
Here's George. Over Hayward. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Paul George.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Picked by Horford. Three-pointer. Hayward hits it from three-point range. Hayward's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Westbrook against Irving. Stolen by Smart. Now, here is Irving. Dishes it to Hayward. Pass to Horford. Shoots over Adams. Adams, some nice D.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Great open look there. 34 points for George.
And it's been a steady game for him, but he hasn't done enough to keep them from falling behind.
Now here's Smart. He kicks it to Irving. Back to Smart. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. That's short off the rim.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
George. That shot misses. Hayward with some nice D. Celtics leading by 11. Picked by Horford. Inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Man, and Tatum gets up on these alley-oops. Has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
Here's Roberson. Here's Westbrook. Al Horford with the rebound.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. He tries for 3. Smart misses.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It can be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
For the Thunder, Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for George. Felton comes in for Roberson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rozier kicks to Tice. On the wing, Morris. Adams defending, goes up the baseline, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Steven Adams picks one up.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
Two.
He's off on the first.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
He doesn't get the second one. The kick out to Rozier. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Gordon Hayward. Gordon, great effort for you guys tonight, and you get the win.
We did. We guarded extremely well. All-around effort by everybody. Great game. I thought we really moved the ball. Great win.
Excellent inside-out defense, Gordon. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. See you later.